How are you? Hope you all will be fine at home. Okay, let's start today's video lecture. Today I will explain you chapter number 5, complex number. So in this chapter, the question is, what do you understand by a complex number? So beta, complex number is a number which can be expressed in a form of a plus ib. See, a number that can be expressed in a form of a plus ib is known as complex number, where a and b are real numbers and this I means iota. I means iota and its value is square root of minus 1. The value of iota is square root of minus 1. For example, what are the complex numbers? So for example, a number that can be expressed in a form of a plus ib means 2 plus 3i. So here 2 is a, 3 is b and this is I. So it is in a form of a plus ib. So this is a complex number. One more example, minus 4 plus 2 iota. Here a is minus 4, b is 2 and this is iota. So this is in a form of a plus ib. Understood? Now my question is, what do you think? 2 is a complex number or not? Tell. Yes, 2 is a complex number. But now you are thinking, sir, this is not in a form of a plus ib. So how can we say that this is a complex number? So you are wrong. It can be expressed in a form of a plus ib. How? 2 plus 0 into iota. We know that the product of 0 with any number gives you 0. So 0 into iota will be 0 or 0 plus 2 is 2. So that means this is in a form of a plus ib. So 2 is also a complex number. Minus 3. This is also a complex number because this can be written in a form of a plus ib, where a is minus 3 plus I into b is 0. So this is also a complex number. Now my question is, I, is it a complex number? Yes, it is also a complex number because this can be expressed in a form of a plus ib. How? 0 plus I into 1. Here a is 0, b is 1. So 0 plus I into 1 means a plus ib. So this is also a complex number. Understood? Now, under root 3. Is it a complex number? Yes, this is also a complex number because this can be written as under root 3 plus 0 into iota. Now this is in a form of a plus ib. Got it? So a complex number is a number which can be expressed in a form of a plus ib, where a and b are real values and I is iota. And the value of iota is square root of minus 1. Hope it is clear to everyone. Understood? Okay. Now students, you have to tell me, there are some numbers. One is square root 4, another is square root of 9. Now here square root of minus 4 and square root of minus 9. So my question is, what is the value of square root 4 and square root 9? You know? Yes, the value of square root 4 is plus minus 2. Understood? Same, under root 9, its square root will be plus minus 3. Now my question is, if square root 4 is plus minus 2, so what is the value of square root of minus 4? If you are thinking the value of this is minus 2, that means it is wrong. How can we solve this? Beta, square root minus 4 can be written as square root 4 into square root of minus 1. Understood? Because square root 4 into square root minus 1 gives you minus square root of 4. So see, square root of 4, we know the value of it is plus minus 2. And square root minus 1, I told you that the value of square root minus 1 is denoted as iota. This is I. means iota. So the value of square root minus 4 is plus minus 2i. Understood? Similarly, square root of minus 9 can be written as square root of 9 into square root of minus 1. Square root of 9 gives you plus minus 3 and square root of minus 1, this is the value of iota. So this is iota, means under root minus 9 gives you plus minus 3i, square root minus 4 that gives you plus minus 2i. Hope it is clear to everyone. Understood? Good. Now we will discuss another topic of this chapter, modulus of a complex number. So what is the modulus of a complex number? So see, if z is equal to a plus ib is a complex number, then the modulus of z is denoted by this. But here there are two vertical lines, in between there is z. So these vertical lines are the symbol of modulus. This is the symbol of modulus. So this is known as modulus of z. Understood? So if z is equal to a plus ib is a complex number, then modulus of z is denoted by mod of z. And it is defined as mod of z is equal to square root of a square plus b square. The mod of z equals to square root of a square plus b square, where a is real part of complex number and b is an imaginary part of complex number. For example, if a complex number is 3 plus 4i, if there is a complex number z is equal to 3 plus 4i and we want to find its modulus, so beta modulus of z will be square root of a square plus b square, where a is the real part and b is the imaginary part. So what is a here? A is 3, so it will be 3 square, or b is 4, so it is 4 square. So see, 3 square gives you 9, or plus 4 square gives you 16. So mod of z equals to under root 25, and we know that square root of 25 is, yes, you know, absolutely correct. But there is some correction. You are saying the square root of 25 is plus minus 5. But I want to tell you the modulus of any complex number will be a positive value. So we will not write plus minus 5. This is only positive 5. So plus minus 5 is not our answer. Only the value of square root 5 is 5. So modulus cannot be negative. Understood? So keep this point in your mind. The modulus cannot be negative. So mod of z is equal to under root 25 equals to 5. Hope it is clear to everyone. Understood? Good. Now the next topic is conjugate of a complex number. So if z equal to a plus ib is a complex number, then the conjugate of z is denoted as z bar. What? Z bar. So if z equal to a plus ib is a complex number, then its conjugate is denoted by z bar, and it is defined as z bar equal to a minus ib. What we will do, if z equal to a plus ib is a complex number, then its conjugate will be a minus ib. Means we have to change the sign of this iota. Understood? We have to change the sign of this imaginary part. You know, a is real part and ib is imaginary part. So we will have to change this sign. If this is positive, so we will have to write here negative. Or if this is negative, then we have to write here positive. For example, if z equal to 2 plus 3i and we want to find its conjugate, so its conjugate is defined as z bar equal to 2. We will change this sign. This is positive, so it will be minus 3i. Students, I am taking one more example. if z equal to minus 4 minus 5i, and we have to find its conjugate. So beta, its conjugate will be z bar equal to what I told you, we will have to change the sign of imaginary part. Imaginary part is 5i here, so its sign is minus, so we will change this sign, we will not change this sign. Understood? So keep this point in your mind, we will have to change the sign of imaginary part, we will not change the sign of real parts. Understood? So its conjugate will be minus 4, this minus will be changed as plus 5i. So this will be the conjugate of this complex number. Take one more example. If z equal to minus 1 plus 6i, so its conjugate will be z bar equal to what we will change? We will change the sign of imaginary part. So here the sign of imaginary part is plus, so we will change it. So minus 1 will remain same, this positive sign will be converted as negative or 6i. So this is the conjugate of this complex number. Hope it is clear to everyone. Understood? Okay, good. Okay students, now we will discuss multiplicative inverse of a complex number. So beta, if z equal to a plus ib is a complex number, then the multiplicative inverse of z is denoted by z inverse. Understood? If z equal to a plus ib is a complex number, then the multiplicative inverse of z is denoted by z inverse. Because z inverse means power minus 1, z to the power minus 1, but we will not read it as z to the power minus 1. This is z inverse. Understood? And it is defined as, the formula for finding z inverse is conjugate of z divided by square of modulus of z. The formula for finding the z inverse is conjugate of z divided by square of the modulus of z. For example, if z equal to 3 plus 4i, understood? So its inverse, its multiplicative inverse will be z conjugate upon modulus z square. So beta, z inverse equal to z bar upon mod of z square. So beta, z bar is the conjugate of z, and I explained you how to find the conjugate. So conjugate of this complex number will be 3. We will change the sign, this sign, this is positive sign, so it will be negative 4i. So this is the z bar upon mod of z. I told you mod of z is equal to under root a square plus b square. So under root a square, what is a? A is 3, so 3 square is 9 plus b is 4, 4 square is 16. But here square is there, so mod of z whole square. Hope it is clear? Okay, now see, 3 minus 4i upon 9 plus 16, it is under root 25. So square root 25 or whole square. So z inverse equal to 3 minus 4i upon beta square root 25 square, and we know that if square and square root both are there, then this square root symbol will be removed. So what is left? 25 only. So 25. Understood? Now what we will do? We will separate the denominator in real part as well as imaginary part. How can we write? We can write like this. 3 upon 25. 25 can be separated by real part. Minus imaginary part is 4 upon 25 or I. So this will be our answer. So by this method, we can find out the multiplicative inverse of a complex number. Understood? Hope it is clear to everyone. Good. Okay, students. Now I am going to start the very first exercise of this chapter, exercise 5.1. So here, the question is express each of the complex number given in exercise 1 to 10 in the form a plus ib. So in this question, means in this exercise from question number 1 to 10, complex numbers are given and we have to express these complex number in the form a plus ib. So I am solving some parts here and the remaining parts will be homework. Understood? So the very first question is 5i into minus 3 upon 5i. We have to express this number in a form a plus ib. Second question is I to the power 9 plus I to the power 19. And third question is I to the power minus 39. So see, I am solving the very first part. So first question is 5i into minus 3 upon 5i. So first of all, we will multiply both the brackets. Understood? So 5i is multiplied by this. So see, 5 is multiplied by minus 3 upon 5. And we know that I into I gives you I to the power 2. As you know that a into a is a square, b into b is b square. So I into I is I square. Hope it is clear. Okay. Now see, 5 is in numerator, 5 is in denominator. It can be cancelled. So what is left? Minus 3 or into I square. Got it? Now see, I told you that the value of iota is square root minus 1. Understood? So if we want to find the square of this, so beta I square will be square root of minus 1 square. So I square gives you, square root symbol will be removed, minus 1. So you have to keep in your mind the value of iota is under root minus 1 and the value of I square is how much? Minus 1. So wherever I square will be there in any question, we will put minus 1 in place of I square. Understood? So see, minus 3 into I square, its value is minus 1. And you have to write here, since I square is equal to minus 1. You have to give the reference here. Now see, minus 3 into minus 1. So minus into minus plus 3 ones are 3. So this is positive 3. So this is our answer. But question is saying express this complex number in a form of a plus ib. But it is not in a form a plus ib. So what we can do? So 3 plus 0 into I. Because the imaginary part is not present. So we have to put 0 there. So 3 plus 0 into I. So this is now in a form of a plus ib. Understood? Clear? Okay. I am taking another example. So it will be more clear. Understood? So second question is here, that is I to the power 9 plus I to the power 19. And we have to express in a form of a plus ib. So second question is I to the power 9 or plus I to the power 19. So beta, whenever I to the power something is given, so what you have to do here, the powers of I is odd number. 9 is odd, 19 is odd. So we will convert it in even powers. How? I to the power 8 into I. I to the power 9 can be written as I to the power 8 into I. Because this is law of exponent. We know that in multiplication, if bases are same, then powers will be added. So I and I, both bases are same. Multiplication is here. Here I to the power is 8. Here I to the power is 1. So in multiplication, it will be added. So 8 plus 1 gives you 9. Understood? Similarly, I to the power 19 can be written as I to the power 18 into I. 18 plus 1 gives you 19. Got it? Now see, I to the power 8 can be written as I square to the power 4. A to the power m to the power n. This is again the law of exponent. If a to the power m to the power n, then powers will be multiplied. So I square to the power 4. So 2 4s are 8. Hope it is clear. Into I plus I to the power 18 means I square to the power 9, because 2 to the power 9, 2 into 9 gives you 18. And we know that the value of I square, is how much? -1. So we can put the value of I square here, that is -1 to the power 4 into I, or plus -1 to the power 9 into I. Reason, since I square is equal to -1. Clear? Now see, -1 to the power 4. 1 to the power 4 gives you 1, or minus is here. So here power is even. So result will be positive. So -1 to the power 4 is positive 1. So positive 1 into I gives you I. -1 to the power 9. 9 is an odd number. And we know that if power is odd, then result will be negative. So this is -1. -1 to the power 9 gives you -1. -1 into I will be -I. Now see, positive I or negative I, both can be cancelled. So the result will be 0. But this is not in a form of a plus ib. So what we will do? 0 plus I into 0. So here this is in a form of a plus ib. Understood? Clear? Okay, let's take third question also. How we can solve I to the power -39. So see, third question is we have to express I to the power -39 in a form a plus ib. So third question is I to the power -39. How can we solve it? Beta, I to the power -39 can be written as I to the power -38 into I. Because 39 is an odd number, so it can be written as I to the power -38 into I to the power -1. Understood? In multiplication, powers will be added. -38 or -1, it will gives you -39. Got it? Okay. Now see, this can be written as I to the power -38. Can be written as I square to the power -19. 2 into 19, that is -38. Or this I to the power -1 can be written as 1 upon I or not, because power is -1, so we can write its reciprocal. Understood? So see, again power is negative, so this can be written as 1 upon I square to the power 19. Now power will be positive if we will write the reciprocal, into 1 upon I. I square, we know the value of I square is -1. So we have to put here 1 upon -1 to the power 19 or into 1 upon I. Hope it is clear. Now see, -1 to the power 19 is -1, because 19 is an odd number, so the result will be negative, and 1 to the power 19 gives you 1, or minus is here, so the result will be -1. So -1 multiply by 1 upon I, so it will be -1 upon I or not. Clear? Now see, now you have to keep in your mind, denominator should not have I. Iota should not be in denominator, but here iota is in denominator. So what we will do? We will multiply the numerator and denominator by the denominator. 1 upon I can be multiplied by I upon I. Why we will do this? Because the denominator should not contain iota. Denominator should not contain iota. Here in denominator there is I, so we will multiply and divide by I. So what we will get? -1 into I, that is -I, upon I into I, that is I square. Again, I square is how much? -1. So we can substitute here -1. So -I upon -1. Minus and minus cancel. So what is left? Only I. but this is not in a form of a plus ib. So what we will do? I is here, but the real part is not here. So in place of real part, we can put 0 plus I into b is 1, because I into 1 gives you I. So now this is in a form of a plus ib. Hope it is clear. Good. Clear? Students, our next question is 3 into 7 plus 7i plus I into 7 plus 7i. We have to express this in a form a plus ib. So it is very simple. 3 is in the multiplication of this bracket and this I is in the multiplication of this bracket. So we will multiply 3 inside the bracket. So 3 sevens are, that is 21, plus 3 into 7, 21, and I will be here. Got it? Simple multiplication inside the bracket. Similarly, this plus I is multiplied inside the bracket. So plus I into 7. I is multiplied here 7. So it will be 7i. Now this I is multiplied in plus 7i. So plus 7i into I gives you I square. Understood? Now see. This 21 will remain same. Plus. But at 21i or plus 7i. These are the like terms because same variable is here, I and I. So 21i plus 7i gives you 28i. 21 plus 21 plus 7 gives you 28 and I will remain same. Plus 7 into I square. I told you that wherever I square comes, you will put minus 1 because we know that the value of I square is how much? Minus 1. So 7 into minus 1. You have to write here since I square equal to minus 1. Now see, 21 plus 28i plus 7 into minus 1, that is minus 7. So beta 21 and minus 7. So we will subtract 7 from this 21. 21 minus 7 gives you 14 or plus 28i. Now this is in a form of a plus ib, where a is how much? 14 and b is how much? 28. So this answer is in a form of a plus ib. So this is our answer. Understood? Okay students, now from question number 1 to 10, some complex numbers were given there and we have to convert them in a form of a plus ib. So I explained you 4 questions, remaining 6 you will try at home. Understood? Now for 11 to 13th question, 11 to 13 question, find the multiplicative inverse of each of the complex number given in the exercise 11 to 13. So in question number 11, question number 12 and question number 13, some complex numbers are given and we have to find their multiplicative inverse. Understood? So I am taking the example of question number 12. Under root 5 plus 3i. This complex number is given here. So first we will consider it is equal to z. Z equal to under root 5 plus 3i. This complex number is given. And we have to find its multiplicative inverse. Multiplicative inverse, you know, I explained, is denoted as z to the power minus 1. Means this is multiplicative inverse of z. And its formula is conjugate of z upon square of mod of z. Clear? The formula of multiplicative inverse is z inverse equal to z conjugate divided by square of the modulus of z. So see, if z equals to root 5 plus 3i, so its conjugate means z bar will be under root 5 and this is positive sign, so it will be converted into negative sign, or 3i, it will remain same. This will be the conjugate divided by square of modulus z. But a modulus of this z will be under root a square plus b square. So what is a? A is under root 5. So under root 5 square or plus b. B is 3. So it is 3 square, or this is whole square, mod of z square. Clear? Now z inverse equals to root 5 minus 3i upon under root. Beta, root 5 square gives you 5, or plus 3 square gives you 9, or whole square. Now this is under root 5 minus 3i upon 9 plus 5, 14, under root 14 square. So this square root will be removed by this square. So only 14 is left. Clear? At last we will separate the denominator. So z inverse equals to under root 5 divided by 14 minus 3 divided by 14i. Now this is in a form of a plus ib. Clear? Okay. Now you are thinking there is minus sign. Am I right? So this is not in a form of a plus ib. Yes, you are correct. So what we will do? We can write it under root 5 upon 14 plus, and this 3 upon 14 can be written in a bracket, minus 3 upon 14 into I. Now see, if we open this bracket, then plus into minus gives you minus or not? Now this is in a form of a plus ib, where a is under root 5 upon 14 and b is minus 3 upon 14. Hope it is clear to everyone? Good. Okay students, now in question number 13, we have to find the multiplicative inverse of minus I. Clear? So process will remain same as before. So see, first we will consider let z equal to minus I. But this is not in a form of a plus ib. So we will convert it. Here real part is not there. So real part will be 0 plus minus 1 into I. We can write it. See, real part is 0. Minus 1 into I gives you minus I. So only minus I will be there. Hope it is clear. Okay. Now we have to find its multiplicative inverse. Multiplicative inverse means this equal to conjugate of z upon mod of z square. This is the formula. Now find z inverse equal to conjugate of z. We will change the sign of imaginary part. So imaginary part, this is positive. So we will convert this positive sign into negative sign. So it will be 0 minus 1 into I upon modulus z square. Modulus z is under root a square plus b square, where a is 0 and b is minus 1. So this is 0 square plus minus 1 square, and mod of z square, so whole square. Understood? Now see, z inverse equal to beta 0 minus into minus plus 1. So 0 plus 1 into I upon beta 0 square is 0, minus 1 square is 1, 0 plus 1 is 1, under root 1 square. What is left? Under root 1 square. And we know that square and square root both will be there, then this square root sign will be removed. So what is left? 0 plus 1 into I upon 1. And we know that if in denominator there is 1, that means we can remove the denominator. So z inverse equal to 0 plus 1 into I. So this is in a form of a plus ib. Hope it is clear to everyone. Understood? Good. Okay students, now this is the last question of this exercise. Question number 14. Express the following expression in a form of a plus ib. And expression is here 3 plus I root 5 into 3 minus I root 5 upon root 3 plus root 2i minus root 3 minus I root 2. Because this expression is given and we have to express this in a form of a plus ib. So what we will do? Firstly, we will consider this expression equals to z. Let z equals to this. Got it? Now see, in numerator, 3 plus I root 5 into 3 minus I root 5. See here, the real part is 3 here and real part is 3 here. So in both the cases, real parts are same, and imaginary part, I under root 5 and I under root 5. This is also same. Only the difference, there is plus and there is minus. So if we consider 3 as A and I root 5 as B, so this is A plus B into A minus B. So this is an identity. You have studied in grade 10th, 9th, 8th also. A plus B and A minus B. This gives you A square minus B square. Hope it is clear. What is the identity? You know na? A plus B into A minus B equals to A square minus B square. So this is an algebraic identity. So we will implement here. So A is 3. So it will be 3 square minus B is I root 5. So I root 5 is square. Clear? Now upon. We will remove these brackets because there is minus sign now. We will remove the bracket. So first bracket we will remove. Under root 3 plus root 2I. Now, whenever we will remove this bracket, so before this bracket there is minus sign. So by this minus, all the sign inside the bracket will be changed. So minus 1, minus into root 3, it will be minus root 3. Minus into minus, it will be plus root 2I. And I root 2. Hope it is clear. Okay, see. Root 3 positive, root 3 negative. So they can be cancelled. So Z equal to 3 square is 9 minus I square gives you I square into root 5 square gives you 5 upon beta root 2I or plus root 2I. So it will be 2 under root 2I or not? Root 2I plus root 2I. Whenever we will add both the values, then we will get 2 under root 2I. Now see, this I square, I told you, wherever I square will be there, we have to substitute minus 1 in place of I square. So 9 minus 1 into 5. In place of I square, I put minus 1 upon 2 under root 2I. Now see, minus into minus, plus 1 into 5 is 5. So 9 plus 5. 9 plus 5 upon 2 under root 2I. Now see, Z equal to 9 plus 5 is 14 upon 2 under root 2I. Clear? I told you, in denominator, there should not be I. If I is there, so we will have to multiply and divide by the denominator. Understood? So what is the denominator? 2 under root 2I. So we will multiply by 2 root 2I and divide it by also 2 root 2I. Hope it is clear. Now see, 14 into 2, that is 28 under root 2I upon 2 into 2, 4 or root 2 into root 2, 2. So 2 2s are 4, 2s are 8. 8 or I into I gives you I square. Clear? Now I square is again here. So we have to put the value of I square. That is how much? Minus 1. So 28 under root 2 I upon 8 into minus 1. 28 and 8 both can be cancelled by some number. Okay. 4 7s are 28 or 4 2s are 8. Understood? So what is left? Z equal to 7 under root 2I upon 2 into minus 1, that is minus 2. But better, this is not in a form of A plus IB. Here real part is 0. So we can write 0 plus this number 7 root 2 upon minus 2 can be written as minus 7 root 2 upon 2 or into I. So this is our answer in a form of A plus IB. Hope it is clear to everyone. Okay students, now I am going to bind up this video Here our exercise is completely finished. Some questions are remaining. So those remaining questions you have to solve at home, and we will meet in a very next video with a new exercise. Understood? Till that time, be at home and be safe. Thank you.